What's up, guys? It's Hyla here, the host of the Daily Buzz, reading your comments right here on YouTube. Thank you for them. We gotta get into one that's a little controversial. Here, LuvRaven disagrees with our film editor, Todd Gilchrist. Todd was on the show a couple weeks ago talking about Oscar nominations and saying, you know what, it's not that big of a deal that Ben Affleck got snubbed for Best Director at the Oscars. And he made a good film, but not a great film. Well, LuvRaven disagrees with that big time. Well, here's your chance, LuvRaven, to hear from the man himself. Let's bring in our film editor, Todd Gilchrist. Have a seat, dude. Here's what LuvRaven had to say. Couldn't disagree with Gilchrist more. Ben directed and acted in a great movie, a movie drama set in the 70s in Iran, and it made 110 million plus in the theaters, made it fresh. It was a big snub, and I think that the older men voters are a little jelly of Ben. Thank goodness the Critics' Awards got it right. Argo, Best Picture, and Best Director. So here's the thing. When we shot that video, it was before award season really kicked into gear. Yeah. Here we are on the eve of the Oscars coming up this Sunday. What do you think? Do you still feel the same way?
Well, I still feel the same way about the movie. I think that it's interesting that the volume of attention that the movie has gotten, really specifically because it wasn't nominated in certain categories for the Oscars. And I wonder if the Academy will maybe compensate for the fact that they didn't nominate Ben in other ways.
Now, are these older men jelly, as Raven puts it? Are they jelly?
I'm not so sure. I mean, I think that I would hazard a guess that the people who are voting and nominating are probably not thinking too much about well, I know has like an incredibly beautiful wife and he's hugely successful, so therefore we won't nominate him for Best Director.
Right. Now, what are his chances this Sunday? Because he's been winning every single major award, does that hurt or help his Oscar chances for the film to win Best Picture?
Well, I do think that it's possible that they'll give more attention to nominations like Alan Arkin, and certainly I think the screenplay stands a really good shot of winning. But at the same time, there's so much great competition that it's working against that I think that it'll still be a pretty tight race.
It's our senior film editor, Todd Gilchrist. You can yell at him anytime you want over
Please
at
do.
CELEBUZZ.com. See, we read your comments, so keep them coming. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.